What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action. Spawning in the left side of the map in the blue color, playing as Hades. His name is Miracle. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Hades as well. His name is Tigerboss. Interesting. Very interesting. Tigerboss, the Uranus main, shaking things up. Going in with Hades against Miracle, not wanting to try his Uranus out or even a Kronos out on this map here. We'll see how it's going to go for Tigerboss. The map is Mirage, and, well, what do you do on Mirage? What do you do on Mirage is the big question. So, obviously what's unique about Mirage is that we get these backwater positions. However, this Mirage spawn is the very, very limited 6-fish location. Now, if this wasn't a Greek mirror, I might say that one town center player on Mirage is going to be a very, very valuable thing to do. But because this is a Greek mirror and a Hades mirror to boot, I am really not sure. Now, if we take a quick look at the map, now, this is something you really have to do when you're deciding what strategy you want to go for as Greek here. The most important, in a Greek war, the most important thing you need to do is scout where the gold mines spawn. You absolutely need to know this, because if you know that the gold spawns are all far away from town centers, like over here, every gold mine here, this gold mine is actually decent for Miracle with a town center grab here. He could potentially be nice and close to this and defending. But for Tigerboss's gold mines are really, really badly positioned. And I'm going to be going back on my original thought saying one town center play in the Greek war, probably not going to be the best, and say in this situation here, if Miracle goes one town center, Athena, Hippocon, maybe even adding some hoplites or some Toxotes in here, heavy in the classical age, he's going to be able to hit this gold mine. He's going to be able to hit this gold mine. And Tigerboss is going to be in for a very, very difficult game here, trying to defend that if he goes for his own second town center here. Obviously, you can also grab a delayed second town center here as Miracle as well after you get some decent damage done and have a good game. But we'll have to wait and see how it's all going to result here. Is Tigerboss going to be dropping his temple down? He's got himself the 6 fishing ships. One thing to be very, very aware of when you're playing a map like Mirage is how many villages you need on wood versus how many fishing spots you've got. Miracle in this situation has done it perfectly. He's got 6 fishing spots, so you go 4 villages on wood. It's literally that simple. 6 fishing spots, 4 villages on wood. 7 fishing spots, 4 villages on wood. 8 fishing spots, maybe 5 villages on wood. 9 fishing spots, 5 villages on wood. Any more than that means you're going to be delaying your classical age very, very significantly here. So in all honesty here, Miracle should be able to hit a 430 here very, very easily. We do see that Tigerboss also going to be hitting looks like a delayed 416. What about 27 fishing spots? Well, if 27 fishing spots, you want to be putting 10 to 12 villages on wood. You don't get more than 9 fishing spots on this map, Chrono JJ. Chrono JJ being silly in the chat, just so you know. We need to get the policeman out to kind of deal with him, report him to the authorities. We do see Tigerboss here, while this is all going on, is going to be going for a sneaky dock here. This is something that, personally, I really don't value from the perspective of either. I don't value this in any matchup. If my opponent wants to put resources into killing off my fish, you have to ask yourself how many resources he needs to spend to actually get any significant amount of damage done here. So think about it like this. One dock is 100 wood. Obviously, you had to spend 100 wood on your dock, but you also did over here. So it's equal in terms of resources spent. So one dock here for Tigerboss, that's 100 wood. 150 resources for one trireme. Now we're at 250 wood. The more trireme you spend, you're getting closer and closer to the 700 resources that it costs to get a town center up. So the correct response to trireme coming through here to attack your fish. And per scene is definitely not an upgrade you need to be thinking about here. This is not fully understanding the math in this game. Yeah, this is a per scene is not a valuable technology here, and rushing that one out is really going to hurt Miracle, and actually assist Tigerboss quite a bit here. But after all the resources the Tigerboss spends here, you can just grab another town center and be in front here. You can simply just grab another town center, and you're going to be more than fine. As we do see the trireme now coming out for Miracle, as the panic is coming through because he hasn't thought this through. This is it's simply, you just have to, if you think about it for 1 second, not even 1 second, it's just 1 minute. 1 minute of thought, 1 minute of math, you realize the resources spent by Tigerboss here are not equal to the resources denied by Miracle. For Miracle here. The resources spent are not equal to the resources denied. And you can just simply get yourself town centers and be completely fine. Now, we do see that Tigerboss is taking this opportunity now to grab the fish for himself here, which is probably a calculation which I wouldn't make, because I don't think that the long distance fishing here is going to be that valuable. He's going to have to get docks over here, and you can kind of deny that with land units. We do see that Miracle now going for a town center on this position. Exactly what I thought. Exactly what should be happening. Unfortunately, building a trireme here. He has reacted to this to some degree, but he's going to be getting himself a couple more trireme out here, as Tigerboss's trireme are just simply running back and forth. Meanwhile, in Tigerboss's base here, we do see some units coming out, but he needs to be aggressive with these. He needs to be putting some pressure onto this town center here as well, and all the other good stuff that comes from that. Now, Miracle also gets a really nice food spawn over here. Same too for Tigerboss on this location. This back town center, having the baboons over there, having the, actually over here as well, having the gazelle on this position. Really, really nice town center spawn for both players. As we do see the trireme popping out here. The question is going to be, who wins this fight? And I think the answer, in all honesty, is actually Miracle. Think about the damage that the Doc is doing now. 30 damage per second with the 2 arrows coming through versus a little bit of an advantage here for a little bit of 6 times 3. It's actually really close. It's actually really close. As the damage comes down and Tigerboss's micro does come through there. A couple more trireme coming through as well. Miracle's still trying to pop out here into this location and deal with this, but now we're starting to see Tigerboss pushing forward. Staying one town center in this game is a very smart idea. Starting to put some pressure over here, but with the Sentinel on this location here, it's going to be getting a lot of damage done, as we do see the Minotaur very angrily wanting to get back in here and utilize his special ability onto this Minotaur. Can he get in front? Oh, he does get in front, but he doesn't quite get the special ability shot down, as the Chiron coming through here to defend this position. Archery range, double archery range going to be coming through now for Miracle, as he knows he's going to be needing to defend on this position as the Hippocon gets pushed back. All the Tigerboss's units getting pulled away there, as the villagers here for Tigerboss going to be looking to grab himself a second town center. More fishing ships coming up onto this position, as Tigerboss needs to now start thinking about moving in and dropping a better dock down. He's grabbed every spot on this location. He's got per scene. He's on 12 fishing ships total compared to the 35 villages that Miracle has. Who's in front here? Ask yourself the question, who's in front here in terms of economy? Answer, Miracle. These fishing ships here are not worth an entire villager because they're moving along point. These are not worth an entire villager. These are not worth an entire villager. So you have to kind of knock that 6 down to probably about 3. And you can see that Tigerboss with an extra 9 villagers here, roughly, an extra 9 villagers roughly, means that Miracle has made the correct decisions here in this game thus far to find himself an advantage. You can actually see that advantage reflected slightly in the score here. You also have to remember that these 6 fishing ships are taking up some population space. We do see the villager popping out here, and he's got to be a little bit careful. If he loses that villager, he's not going to be able to get that dock up. And indeed, it looks like he will be losing the villager. This is a really, really big play from Miracle. Is he going to be able to get there or not? As the trireme, one last shot, Tigerboss loses his villager on the front there, and he loses any sort of chance of getting an efficient dock placed at that point. Nice play from Miracle. Tigerboss in a relatively tough position here as the unit's swinging around to the top side of the map. I wouldn't mind actually seeing Tigerboss trying to sneak this gold mine as well, as his home gold is about 1,000 gold from expiring there. As the army of Tigerboss now moving around looking for some villager kills. A very, very friendly hyena coming over here to start causing some problems here. As you do see the Hippocon coming over here to get involved. A little bit out of position though, as those Hippocon do a lot of damage to the Toxotes here, as Miracle is just simply trying to take out the archers of Tigerboss, but not quite able to do that. Losing his Toxotes will actually allow him to get some Hades Shades here as well. So it's, I mean, while it's not good to lose units ever, maybe getting a handful of Hades Shades out would help him against these Hippocon that are moving into this position. As I wouldn't be surprised here. Tigerboss actually going through to the Heroic Age first here. How did he manage to make that happen? I guess because he's got all the extra fish, and Miracle has had to farm here, whereas Tigerboss has no farms. So I guess in that respect here, Tigerboss has found himself another advantage. So everything I was saying earlier might simply not be, oh, he's also building more trireme out on this position. Okay. Okay. Just the constant pressure back here. Oh, well. Well, Tigerboss will be able to find himself a significant advantage here, especially if he can move forward and potentially like sneak a hill fort, not a hill fort, a fortress up here on this gold mine. That would be huge because he's going to have the army out to pressure down on these gold mines here. A fortress over here will prevent that gold mine from getting grabbed from Miracle. Miracle is about to be running, well, he's still got 1,000 gold, but he will be running out of gold at some point here as the trireme do get taken down by Tigerboss there by Miracle. As Tigerboss is going to have to garrison those 6 fishing ships in. And Miracle still does have a significant villager lead. He's got 20 villager lead at this moment now. Plus, he's got the fishing ship back grabbing their resources. We see the Tigerboss town center coming up. Miracle will see this as the units of Tigerboss coming into this position. Wouldn't mind seeing a curse get dropped here. He does indeed drop that one down as Tigerboss trying to take this fight. He doesn't really have the army advantage here as a couple of units now sneaking through up onto this position. And it looks like Miracle is able to easily hold against that curse for the time being there. And Tigerboss has to retreat back. Technically speaking, I mean, he did more damage to Miracle than he sustained there. But he used his Heroic Age God power. And Miracle will be able to freely go through Apollo here. No problems. Having access to Underworld, which is a really, really big God power. We also see Tigerboss grabbing some farms here. He's got some very juicy baboons over here that he's deciding not to eat. I'm always surprised to see this. I think that it's... We do see Tigerboss has noticed the villagers sneaking by here. Good awareness from Tigerboss. This is one of the things that you see really strong players doing, or he sees the villager. You see really strong players constantly having an eye on the mini-map. As we do see the units now sneaking in, they will be able to snipe that villager off. Villagers now coming over here onto that gold mine as the army of Miracle swinging around here. Going to be looking for some raids as the villagers get pushed off of that gold mine for the time being. We do have a comment saying, villagers not worth it on the baboons. Absolutely are worth it on the baboons. You delay the wood spend of the farms by at least a minute here by eating all of those villagers. If you just send 10 villagers onto the baboons and then you're going to be moving them back over onto the farms, you one-hit a baboon with 7 villagers, I think. So if you send more than 7 villagers onto the baboons, you're completely fine. So you just have to micro it. It's not that hard. Eat your baboons. They're worthwhile. And after all is said and done, the game has resulted in a fairly equal position here. It is fairly equal. Miracle is in the classical age, though. He will be having a heroic age power spike timing or something, and he is deciding to go through Apollo, so it makes a lot of sense. But Tigerboss here, he's caught up on villages to some degree. He's on 3 town centers. He's going to be catching up very, very soon on all of the economy. You do see the fishing ships getting popped out over here as Tigerboss kind of just giving up. Leaving the docks down here and always having the ability to utilize like Pentacon to raids later in the game is always a good idea. Meanwhile, we do see the Toxotes coming onto this large gold mine. The one thing the Tigerboss has not done yet is secured his gold mine. We see a Toxote over here poking a little bit onto Tigerboss's gold mine. As the unit's now sitting on this position for Tigerboss. We'll see if Miracle wants to sneak through here. If he just runs straight up to this location here, he will be able to cut these villages off. And Tigerboss, Miracle now moving through. We see the Toxote coming in. It's going to be an Underworld onto this position for Miracle. Tigerboss is completely caught out. The units dropping through here. Tigerboss going to try and sneak up through this position. He's retreating up. Actually, he's retreating up to the top side of the map here. This is almost guaranteed to lose every single one of those villages as the army of Tigerboss is going to try and come up to this position and defend it. Miracle not microing to the best of his ability right now. Plenty of resources in the bank. We see the town center coming down on this position as well. Walls still trying to come through here for Miracle, but not quite able to make that work. We see the Manticore coming in as well as the Hippocon coming in to get to take out the villages as well here. Meanwhile, Tigerboss moves back over onto this gold mine on this position as the fortress getting dropped down over there as well. As Tigerboss comes in, he's got his Chiron, he's got his Hippocon. He manages to keep 5 villages alive in this position as Restoration getting dropped. Both the Restorations getting dropped here as well as the Manticore does manage to get taken down. And the second Restoration is always going to be the better Restoration to use here. However, we do have upgrades through for Miracle at medium Hippocon and medium Toxotes, but Tigerboss is at 145 or 145 population, so he's got more oomph than Miracle has here as Miracle gets pushed back quite severely there after all is said and done. But, and Tigerboss actually, after that Underworld has been used, he's actually still sitting at 74 villages. So, after all is said and done, all that Underworld did was kind of equalize the villager count. So, Tigerboss is going to be happy about this position. The Underworld is gone to some degree. We do see the walls finishing up over here. Villagers happily mining this gold mine out as well. The big thing here that Tigerboss gets by mining this gold is if he can secure this gold mine as well, and this gold mine here, he will have access to an extra large gold mine in this game. I think here's the other thing, right? Miracle using this Underworld from this position to this position, this is like one screen length. He could have just walked here and it would have been exactly the same thing. Well, I would have liked to have seen actually him walk here, Underworld from this position to this position, and he would have actually had a gold staff here in this game. As it does look like now Tigerboss is going to be retreating back. Miracle is at full population here. He's actually technically got a defender's advantage on this position because he got the Underworld here. So to immediately reinforce, villagers popping through for Miracle to try and repair the Underworld back up over here as the villagers yet again retreating back away from the gold mine. Tigerboss plenty of resources here, but all of his military buildings are on this position, having to move all the way up onto this location here. His Miracle here has got himself heavy Toxotes compared to the unupgrade or the medium Toxotes of Tigerboss as well. So Miracle making some good trades here. He's also now got himself fortified town centers here. As do we see any attempt at attacking over here? Yes, we do, but a fortress is already up for Tigerboss. He's still in a decent position where that's concerned, but Tigerboss pushed back for the time being here into his main base. We will be seeing the Sentinels getting targeted down as the main town center here. It could be an option to attack that one. Miracle might also want to just try and start getting some Petropoli out onto this position to start targeting down the fortress, as Tigerboss is doing exactly the same thing. He wants to put pressure over here. Tigerboss still does not have himself fortified town centers, but he is researching it. And Miracle here looks like he will be hitting the Mythic Age first in this game, as we do see villagers trying to shank down the wooden walls over here as Tigerboss wants to get some pressure done onto that gold mine there as well, as the map is kind of cut down in the corner there, as we see the market coming out. This isn't the best market spot with the palm trees blocking it in. Over here, obviously, not that bad. Also up in this top corner is a really good place to sneak a market as well. If you can control all of that side of the map, you get a very, very efficient trade route. As the army of Miracle pushing through, it's still winning hard with the extra upgrades, the extra population, the extra The Mythic Age also coming through. Fortified Town Centers is coming through the fortress here for Tigerboss, trying to hold on as the unit's pushing through. We do now see Heavy Toxotes has come through. Is it too little too late, though? As Miracle is still sitting at a slight population advantage. Hades Shades coming through to help out on this position as well. We see a fortress getting dropped down for Miracle. Miracle looks like it's controlling all of the gold in this game, as the villagers are going to be shanking against each other over here on this position, just trading their lives off. Not going to be the biggest deal for Miracle here, as he's got the gold mine up in this position to be grabbed. So too does Tigerboss have this gold mine over here to be grabbed as well there. As Miracle has to pull back. He probably should have waited for the Hephaestus here, but he does force Tigerboss to sit in the Heroic Age for a little bit longer, so he will have a timing available for himself. He's got his armory up. He's got his Favor 4 Forge of Olympus, so he will be able to get those upgrades very, very cheaply, very, very fast as well. But Miracle here is losing houses to the Petropolis that are coming in. The Donkey Caravans right now are moving around the wrong side of the map here, as Miracle hasn't paid attention to this one just yet. There could be walls getting set up over here as well to prevent the trade route. We see the Plenty Vault get dropped down on that location over there as well. I mean, to be honest, Miracle, he's got the position to put the efficient trade route down on the top side of the map. He definitely should be going for it. Same too for Tigerboss. Could drop a market down over here as well if he so chose to send it up to this town center over there as the unit's still fighting. I wonder if the elevation bonus here is actually being applied for these Toxotes. I know it's actually a very, very big amount that you need to actually get the elevation bonus in, but maybe. Because now the Petropolis are slowly starting to sneak forward to take out the fortified town center of Miracle. You've got to be careful with these Petropolis. They're very, very slow. But a wall coming through here for Tigerboss. He's got the villagers, as we do see the Hippocon pushing Tigerboss off of that gold mine. 400 gold left over here. And Tigerboss is finding himself in a very, very difficult position here, as he does decide to tap out here. That's a surprising tap out. I mean, he gets pushed off this gold mine, sure, but I don't feel like this game is over. That's a surprising tap out. Yeah, his gold is done, but the game is not over. He can fight for this gold mine. 2,300 gold there. Sure, the Hephaestus is in and the armor upgrades are going to come through. This is a tournament game. You have to play to the death. Anyways, GG. Well played by Miracle. He definitely made some better decisions in this game. But I think both players need to be a little bit more aware of kind of the... Well, I guess Tigerboss tried to in a way, but if Tigerboss had put some more effort into maybe sneaking a fortress up over here instead of putting it over on this location, he arguably could have gotten a gold staff here in this game as well with some more kind of pristine positioning, gameplay, army fight, taking certain army fights here. But Miracle gets the first win in this series. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.